Well, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Paladin Piper. I want to make this video because if you haven't had a lot of one blend in your journey, then this may not make a lot of sense to you, but I am getting some of the most complex flavors I've ever had out of Half and Half today. A bright lemony Virginia, bready notes, tad bit of cocoa from the Burleys, that little bit of licorice on top, hints of that cardamom and coriander. And Half can be a very polarizing blend. You know, it was originally just Lucky Strike and Buckingham that combined to make Half and Half back in 1909. And I have been lucky enough to have Buckingham from a viewer of mine. Thank you. And I cannot remember your name off the top of my head, and I apologize. But I am Dory sometimes. But it was a very floral tobacco. Pardon me. And then Lucky Strike was just your classic Burley, you know, cigarette tobacco. And it is very interesting why I continue to be drawn to Half and Half. It is such a familiar profile to me that it's almost like I've smoked it for years. I have smoked it for years, but like generations, and I have not smoked it for generations. I have not smoked for generations. But it's a very timeless blend to me. Every time I relight up, I go back to somewhere that I've never been, but I feel like that I have. And I think there's only really maybe one or two more blends out there, and we could argue more. If you have more that are polarizing, let me know. More polarizing blends than Half and Half. And that would be Mixture 79 or Bacon Old Fashioned. Like right there. Really nice, like a sourdough bread note. And I don't think you would appreciate all of these subtleties unless you spend a long time with a tobacco. I really had a lot. That was such a nice bready finish. Such a long time with Half and Half that it's a beautiful tobacco to me. Beautiful blend. Now, what are its not so redeeming qualities? Well, in the beginning, if you're first trying Half and Half, and you're trying it in an unbroken in or non-broken in pipe, it can burn a little hot. And that's the Virginias in it, because they're those bright varietals that can get hot on your tongue. So you really want to take it slow. And that's the thing that Half and Half taught me, was to take things slow. You know, sips, not quaffs, right? It is a little more unforgiving than, say, like a Velvet or just a Sir Walter Raleigh or a Granger. Those you can kind of beat up a little bit, and they'll be a little bit gentler to you. But half and half can be really nice complex for a Cadre blend, if you let it. But here's the thing, I think also you need to let it claim your pipe, whichever pipe you want, and let it ghost. Build the cake in it that it's only half and half. And then it becomes great, man. And this pipe was typically reserved for Cadre Corner. This is kind of my Cadre Corner backup type, which is half and half in Sir Walter Raleigh. But it's kind of just been singing the last year, really, with just half and half. So I've got the lockable cabinets all put up now, and as I was going through, you start realizing how much you have of what, because I hadn't categorized or cataloged all that stuff yet. And I got more than I thought I did. And so definitely going to be enjoying more half and half in the future. But I wanted to make a video for the love of half and half because I know a lot of people don't like it. And the new recipe has changed a little bit, but it's pretty good. Actually, I think it brings out the cranberry character in it a little bit more than the old stuff. This is old batch. Also, the new batch doesn't bite as much in the beginning, so you don't have to baby it as much as you do in the beginning with the old stuff. And the other thing is that if you put it in a Cadre humidor, which are those jars, and if you've seen on my videos, the clear glass jars with the little lid, and you just let it mellow for a few days, then it really does. Some of the PG burns off a little bit, kind of evaporates, and then it becomes a lot more amenable to smoking. One of the things that I've been loving about Carter Hall this summer is one light, and you can pretty much go on it. Half and half, you can do that if you let it air out a little bit, and let it sit in that Cadre humidor. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll dump a new batch in my humidor and then kind of shake it up a little bit, and then just let it air, you know. But all right, that's my video for the love of half and half. I do romanticize a little bit, but that's okay. And until next time, we'll see you on another Paladin Piper video very soon. Take care, guys.